Good morning. Top of the morning. Happy Saturday. Hold on one second. Let me see what Hugo's saying. What's up, Hugo?
Yeah, I keep clicking on that link, and it.
I'm gonna send you another one. I think I figured out there's an issue with it, but try it one more time. If it doesn't work, I'll send you another one because I got kicked off of my own live. So try it one more time.
I tried it twice, man. I actually got out. I took off my Wi-Fi and I tried it again.
Okay.
So I don't. You want me to hit it again a third time?
Yeah, hit it one more time. If not, I'll send you another link, and then we'll see if that one works.
All right.
All right. Right. What is up, gang? I am your host of The Cup of Joe. Joe Tang is my name, by the way. I have a lot of new people who are going to be coming onto the show, by the way. TikTok, major shout out. YouTube, shout out. Facebook, shout out. Hope you guys are doing super well. Getting ready to bring in a TikToker. Let's see if she's on here. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing awesome. So now I get to see you.
I think for the morning, so I was waiting almost all night for that.
Say it again.
Can you hear me okay?
Say it again.
As I was waiting all almost all night for the call for you to be live on TikTok.
Okay, the connection's a little bad on your end, but I think I heard you said you were waiting all night for this for the TikTok lives.
Can you hear me okay?
I can't hear it.
Hey, what's up, Stacy?
Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Sorry about your parents. I've been up all night. Good.
Yo, I think so it's either my end or y'all's end. The Wi-Fi, the connection is a little bad, so I can see you too, but I can't hear you guys. I can't make it out that well. And I'm gonna pull you guys in the backstage real quick. Let me explain what's going on to the audience, and then I'll pull you guys back up. Hold on one second. All right, so what is up, gang? Today I'm testing out something new. So what I do is every morning around 8 o'clock, 7:30, I'll go live on TikTok and interact with them. I usually have 30 people in the audience just hanging out and sharing positive vibes. And so what I've done is I've invited them for the first 5 minutes of my show to just give them a shout out and thank them for their support over on that platform. And so the two people that you see down here, Stacy and Hermice, aka my TikTok cousin, I'm just showing them some love and getting ready to wait for the main guest, who's going to be Hugo, aka the Black Spiderman, to hop on. So just wanted to give you guys some context. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Happy Saturday. Great vibes here in Indiana. The sun is out. I'm feeling great. I have my cup of Joe in hand and getting ready to pull these wonderful ladies back up. Let's see how the connection is. So Stacy.
Is that better?
Yes, way better. How's it going? All right, let me pull. What's going on?
By the way,
Hey, so am I saying?
I love your video on TikTok, Stacey.
Oh, Stacey, she's giving you credit for your TikTok video.
It's Hermes.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Hermes.
you.
So real quick, let's do a round. Let's do a quick round robin. Because Hugo's not on yet, so I'm gonna give you guys as much time as I can. Stacey, quick intro on who you are for the audience and like what you're up to on TikTok.
I'm Stacey, and what am I up to on TikTok? I'm having fun connecting with my students and just trying to, like you, kind of spread positivity, make people smile, make people laugh. In fact, I think, are you talking about the video, my TikTok family videos?
Hermes, I think she's talking to you.
Yeah, that's your two son, right?
Yes. Joe, you inspired me. You're spreading your
So
positivity.
cute.
And I went and tried to thank TikTok people that I've connected with. I think, and you're up there on my list. I have you in my TikTok video so that people could follow my friends. But just because I'm a people person, and I've actually made some really good friends on TikTok, and they've helped me get through stuff. They've motivated me to do my homework.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's so cool. How did you just for my own education, how'd you stumble across my account?
I think you were on, you showed up on my For You page.
Yeah.
And, you were doing the high with the high
Right.
on your hand.
Yep.
And I jumped in on your live, and we ended up on a phone conversation that day.
I do remember.
And yeah. So we talked again. Yeah, it was fun. I was like, oh, you wanted to connect, and it was like, man, I want to connect. I want to get to know people in person, not just this is a face on TikTok. So yeah, I thought that was really cool.
It's when you bring that up. Yesterday there was so my girlfriend has a cosmetology school, right? And one of the students were talking about social media and how they're more of a face-to-face type of personality. They like to meet people in person. And I was like, so do I, but I've changed the perspective of mine that there's real people behind these usernames, obviously, which is why I'm pulling you two up on here. And I think once you change that perspective and you just go out pretty much being yourself, that's the best way to connect on the virtual internet, right? So so glad to have you on the show, Stacey. What's your username so people, in case people want to check you out, they can go find you?
Okay, it's Stacey LDR. It's just simple.
Cool.
Yep, Stacey LDR.
Awesome. Hermes, your turn.
Well, my name on there is like Lily Bloom. I don't know why. I always prefer that name. But I basically do a lot of singing and then dancing, and then try to share positive vibe. And I'm thinking that's the reason why you showed up on my For You page. That's I think that's the reason you popped up on my For You page, and I just immediately clicked on it, and then you were live, and I'm just gonna check this dude out, and then it turns out to be the best decision I ever my thought ever made.
Yo, so real quick, let me tell the audience something. So what's funny about Lily Blue N is your TikTok name, right? And then her niece is your actual name.
Yes.
Sorry guys, the connection is lagging a little bit. Anyway, what's funny about is when we connected, I asked her where she was from, and she said that she's from Cameroon. And what's funny about that is my family's from Cameroon. My mom, and my entire family's from Cameroon. So there's like an instant connection. So I appreciate meeting you. The connection's
I started just speaking French, thinking you knew French. I was just like,
yeah, I do not know French. I know, I'm embarrassed about that. So I know my mom's watching.
I will teach you. Don't worry.
Okay, I need all the lessons.
If she's watching, I will teach it. I will teach him.
All right, awesome. So real quick, one more question for you guys. One more question for you guys, and then we'll get to the main event. What's one positive thing that's happened in your week so far?
Can you repeat that?
Well, from
What's one positive thing that's happened in your week so far?
Well, I can tell you, I had spent the night in the hospital last night because I was telling you earlier, my dad has COVID, and I actually had a TikTok group that I'm in. They FaceTimed me this morning, having no idea what had happened, and when they saw me, they just all like showed me love. It was like having a big hug. They made me laugh and just made me feel better. That's what I was, trying to tell you too about TikTok. They're getting me through things in this quarantine time. It's so cool.
I know that's scary. That's scary, especially with your dad.
Yeah.
What's the state? Is he doing fine? It's a real.
It's pretty bad. We're in Louisiana. He's in the hospital. When I left, they were going to intubate him.
Oh man, sorry about that.
So yeah, and it's hard because you're not there.
Yeah, yeah, it is tough.
right.
Well, sending you love and positive vibes, and I hope he recovers sooner.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Everybody out there, you're watching, please show
I hope so.
my lady Stacy some love. We have Jennifer Baker up in here. Usually there's like a little pay. Oh, thanks for joining, Jennifer. I know what you're saying. And thanks for hopping on here, David. Hermes, what has been one positive thing that's happened in your week so far?
So I got to connect with people from my TikTok, and they came to my Instagram. Like came to my Instagram kind of live, and then we got to talk to each other in person. They're really nice, and we've been trying to write a write a song together. And so it's been really nice meeting with so many different people from so many different worlds, and they get to teach me so many about the culture that I didn't know, and they get to teach me a lot. So I'm super grateful for TikTok. I'm super grateful for TikTok. And then I'm also grateful for my health also. And then I'm just living every day like it's my last, because you never know.
That's amazing. That's
But
amazing.
I'm just staying positive. Yeah, I'm just staying positive out there. I worked at a job that required me to go, even though all this thing, and I'm just praying for people that is healthy, praying for my family that they're healthy, praying for everybody. And I feel so sorry for everybody that's going through this. I'm just keep a positive. I know it's hard sometimes to keep a smile on your face,
Uh-huh.
but just that people that are watching, just know that you're never on this alone. There's always somebody supporting you. So I'm super grateful that so many people have been kind to me on TikTok, and also
Yeah.
really
You're breaking that last part. That last part, you were on a roll too. That last part's breaking up. Well, let me say this.
I just super grateful for you as well.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful for you back. Well, ladies, I want to start doing this more often. I want to start having featuring some of the people who are showing me love over on TikTok for the first 5-10 minutes of the show, and then just jumping right in. So I appreciate you two for stepping up and being my first two guests from exclusive guests from TikTok. And I just want to say I wish you all an amazing weekend, and I'll see you in the morning probably.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, Stacy.
Thank you. I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Stacy. Have a good day. All right. That was cool, guys. Like I said, I've actually spoken to Stacy before. I've spoken to both of them before on the phone. What I do when I'm on TikTok live is I call my audience and just thank them one by one. And this usually happens 8 a.m. in the morning. I spend 45 minutes to an hour just calling my people. So Hugo is stuck. He is stuck. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Hey, for everybody who's out there, hey, can you see if you can enable super chat? You know what? I don't know how to work that, Jennifer. I will look at it after the show, but right now I'm trying to get Hugo on this live. So give me 1 second. Anyway, so I'm gonna pass the question on to you guys. What's been one positive thing that's happened in your week so far? If you're on this show, if you're watching, I expect everybody to engage because it's easy. Take 2 seconds, think about your week, think about one positive thing that's happened, and share that love in the comment section for people who are watching. Shout out to my people who are watching from YouTube. You guys have been showing me some major love. I've been seeing the comments come through. People on Facebook, if you're watching, thank you so much. People have been reaching out to me and saying that they love the idea that I have. So the fact that this is reaching people and people are being affected in a positive way means a lot to me. So thank you so much. You know what? Stacy's still in here. I'm going to pull her in just for the hell of it. You're still on stage. So I was like, you know what? What state are you in again?
What?
What state? What's your state?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. You did say that. Cool. What's been keeping you guys busy at the house? Like, who are you spending quarantine with? This quarantine time with?
Oh, yeah. I have kids. I have 3 kids, so my kids keep me busy. They're teenagers, but they like to run in and mess around. And I'm in grad school, so I have plenty of homework to keep me busy.
Yeah, for sure. Leanne, we do see the comments. We do see the comments in here. I bet they keep you busy, for sure. Like my little ones here, 16 months. They run my life, our life.
Oh, they will forever. Mine still run my life. They're 19.
You've already walked that walk, so yeah, I'm still learning every single day.
Yeah.
And you know what? Babies are underrated. They're way smarter than I think people give them credit for.
Yes, indeed.
Like my son, he already knows how to. I'm not using this in a bad way, people, but he knows how to manipulate his way into certain things already, and I'm like, wow, that's intense.
That is.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, you know what? You know what's funny about when you mentioned our first conversation? That was like how many months ago?
Oh wow, yeah, that was like
a month or two.
Yeah,
right?
it was about a month and a half ago because I had just got on TikTok.
As soon as you said that, like it rang a bell, and that's what I feel like it's cool. There goes Hugo's in the building. It's cool that I'm kind of patting myself on the back that I remember these things. Like I always think I have a bad memory, but as soon as you said that, it all came back, and I think it's real cool that now I get to see you in person, face to face. So again, I appreciate it.
Yeah, because we talked to your wife that day too. It was me because your wife got on. Remember?
Yeah. She was in the, yep, I know exactly where we were. I think we were in the garage, and yeah, she was hanging out for a little bit. So yeah, it was a fun talk. Anyway, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna try to go live as often as possible, but appreciate your love and your support, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick this call off with Hugo. But you enjoy your day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Sup.
How's it going? I can hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I had to. I kept clicking on the link for my cell phone, and it just wasn't happening. So I just went to my fan page. So,
are you using a legit camera right now? Because your video quality is crisp.
Is it? Shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good, man. I'm just using the regular. It's on a computer and stuff.
So cool. What I want to do to kick the call is, by the way, everyone who's watching YouTube, Facebook, if you guys are paying attention, this is my guy Hugo, aka the Black Spiderman, and the first thing I want to point out is I love your shirt. We found out yesterday that he's from Houston, right? Were you born in Houston?
Yes, sir. No, I was born in Nigeria.
You born in Nigeria? Wow. When did you come to the States?
I came to America when I was 5 years old. So yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I've been here for a minute now, so you know.
Nice. Anyway, so he's living in Houston. I think because I'm from Houston. Shout out to all my peeps out there. But I think to kick the call off, go ahead and give an intro as to who you are and what you're up to.
All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Hugo, aka the Black Spiderman, United States Navy veteran, world champion BJJ grappler, vlogger, whatever you want to call it, social media influencer, practical joker. Love to have fun. Me and Joe met on through TikTok, so I'm gonna tick talking away. And let's see what else. Oh, I'm a fitness pro, men's physique pro champion, competitor, whatever you want to call it. So,
yo, this dude is chiseled. This dude is like ready to compete with The Rock on some stuff, man. I need to get on your workout regimen.
Oh man, off season right now. I'm kind of chubby right now, so I don't know.
So, do you do the gains? Do you do the gains and like the cut?
This was breakfast. That's breakfast right there. So,
are you big on like I know it's off season for you right now, but just for my own education, are you big on diets? Like do you do like the cuts and the gains, all that jazz?
Well, yeah. As far as like off season goes, when off season hits, like man, I eat pretty much whatever. You know, I try to minimize my portion size though. So I'm a big snacker. I'm not much on like counting calories and doing like macros and stuff like that. Like there's a big science behind when you're trying to shred. So during off season, man, I just try to let myself live a little. And during competition season, when I started getting ready to shred down, that's when everything tightens up and stuff. Like my calorie intakes. I cut out everything. Like it's hard. It's hard. It's
all a mindset thing, huh?
Yeah. People don't want that life. You don't want that life. Trust me.
Yo, I was on your live yesterday, and I love your energy in there, man. People love you. I have some people who follow me as well. They said they were in your live.
Yeah.
David Jenkins says that he loved your live yesterday. Jennifer Baker's asking if you know the line "Please." I don't know if that's a joke that you do, or I don't know where that's coming from, Jennifer. But she told me to ask you.
What'd she say? Say it again.
She said, do you know that line, please?
Please. No, I've never heard of that.
I know.
She's like, please. Tell her something else, please. She's
no idea. But look, in all seriousness, man, I was checking out all your accounts, your Facebook account, your Instagram, your TikTok. I know you're doing amazing things. You know how to build an audience. You've already maxed out your friends on Facebook pretty much. Do you have a business page, by the way? Yeah,
the Black Spiderman. That's the one I'm using right now for this stuff. I got a little under 300,000 fans on Facebook.
Wow. Yeah. So you're a guy who's proven to know how to build an audience, and I'm just curious. You kind of shared a little bit of light with me yesterday about how you were able to, but what's been your not necessarily strategy, but how have you been able to jump on a platform and build and grow it like you have?
Well, as far as like growing, like one of the biggest things, like people who follow me, who know who I am, I started the whole social media thing back in the days with MySpace. So in 2001, I made up a MySpace account using the Black Spiderman. And back then, I've had this alias or whatever tattoo since 1996.
Wow.
So that was my alias when I was in the military. I played ball in the military, but I set up the social media account on MySpace. And
football, basketball?
Say what?
Football or basketball?
Basketball.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. So I set up the user account, and back then, I was younger, social media was just coming off. So, I was more of a prankster. I like to write. So I used to write a lot of blogs, when blogs were first coming out and stuff like that. So I would usually put stuff that like me and my friends went clubbing all the time.
That's cool.
I would write like exactly what happened. You know, met this girl, this happened, blah blah blah. You know, stuff like that. Just really putting out there, shocking stuff. But, you know, I didn't know how big it would be. You know, at the time, I didn't know how big it would be at the time. I didn't realize, you know, whoa, people were actually looking at this. You know, so and within like what about 8 months, 6 to 8 months, I had like 80-something thousand friends.
Wow.
And you know, 2001, that was my, you know, that was a big deal. It was like,
big deal. Yeah.
And that's when I started realizing, wow, man, this is actually bigger, because I would go to the mall, like here in Humble, and it's like people were like, "Hey, I follow you. Me and you were friends on MySpace." I'm like, "What?" You know, it started like, you know, it started getting kind of crazy, and it was like, okay, but you know, what I tried to do is just try to like just be real, be authentic, and I found that, you know, when you're yourself, when you have fun, when you're not actually trying to build a following, you know, you're doing it because you enjoy it, it's fun, and you just keep it real and just have fun. That's one of the biggest things. You know, a lot of people try to stress themselves out. I gotta have 100,000 followers. I gotta have 200,000 followers. It doesn't work out that way, man. You know, people see through all of that shit.
Yeah.
You know? And you know, I do occasionally drop the F-bomb, profanity, stuff like that. I apologize to anyone listening.
But you're being yourself, though, you know, and that's the thing I respect.
But so what I try to do, I just try to relate to people, man. Just try to speak my mind. You know, over the years, I've learned that, you know, connecting with people, like, you know, that's why I like, you know, I think your platform, your videos and stuff like that are very, you know, people can relate to that. You know, they look to you, they get motivated and inspired because you can relate. You know, they can see you. It was like, man, this is average. He's an average Joe like me, you know, average.
Yeah.
Trademark, average Joe.
I might have to do something with that. Honestly, when you say that, like, I was thinking about this show and I was like, should I call it The Average Joe or A Cup of Joe? I knew I wanted to do one of them, but Cup of Joe just stuck because I like coffee. So,
hey, I mean, whatever. The whole thing is just branding yourself. Like now, you know, I put it out there, the Black Spider-Man, you know, with MySpace, I started doing videos. I would go like BJJ tournaments, and I would like film stuff that was going on, you know, tournaments and stuff like that. I would interview people, and I didn't realize, that's when I started realizing in like 2004, 2005, that video was going to be the next step. That's when like YouTube started popping off and stuff. And so I would interview people at these tournaments, and it'd get like 10, 15, 20,000, 50,000 views.
wow.
Know, like, yeah, and it was like, whoa, all these people. And then people started knowing who I was because of my videos, you know. And I was always a prankster, man. So you would see me kind of just play with people. You know, some people would get upset, but I mean, whatever.
That's the name of the game when it comes to pranking.
Yeah, and it just started building up, man. I got up to like 130,000 friends on MySpace in like 2006, and that's when I posted a video, went viral in 2 days, had like 500 and something thousand views in 2 days, right? Like, it was just going crazy, and numbers of friends started popping off. Like, man, within 2 days, I had like 80,000 friend requests.
Wow!
I was just like, what the? And then, yeah, and then MySpace deleted my account, 2006. So
did they give you a reason why?
Well, the video, it was a 10-minute video. It's on YouTube, man. I was just young, dumb, you know. I was talking about somebody.
Gotcha.
But it was more of a joke, you know. Like, I was talking about slapping him. I was put some powder on my hands and slap him. Just trying to be funny, man. I did not. It just went crazy, man. And so they hit me with a harassment charge or something like that and just deleted my account. So that was that, man. And I barely just started my YouTube, you know. I think I had at the time like 8,000, 9,000 subscribers. And now it's, you know, it's at 11,000 or whatever, but it wasn't the same. You know, I was getting like 10,000 views, 20, 50,000, 100,000, stuff like that. But, you know, they delete your account on MySpace, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Cool. Look, Monica has a question for you. This is what I do, man. So, like, you and I are going to jam, right? And then in between, so if you have any questions for Hugo, aka the Black Spider-Man, please drop them in the comment section. And in between, I'll just be asking random questions from the audience. So Monica, I'll pull her question up here. Actually, you know what? Let me do Hermes' question. So Hermes says, how did he get into acting?
Acting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I'm not an actor. Not an actor. Like, I did a play. I've done like maybe 2 plays ever in my entire life, and that was in college. And they were just one was an improv type performance. I played the role of a pimp. It was called A Streetcar Named Desire. If you ever read the book, good book. So I was improv in the role of a pimp, and the other one was the Quadroon Ball, and I played the role of a slave. You know. That was the first actual play performance I did. And I've never, you know, I did a pilot for a reality show back in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality show didn't take off. It got bought out by another company, and it later got picked up by MTV. And they rechanged the name and structure and everything like that. And it was called Bully Beatdown. And so I was supposed to be in Bully Beatdown as one of the jiu-jitsu trainers and stuff. So it didn't work out. And but I made $500. But I don't consider myself an actor. I have friends who are actors, actresses. I have some reality TV star friends. But I look at myself as just goofy, fun, sarcastic.
In a sense, you are an actor, believe it or not, because I feel like in this modern day of the internet, when it comes to platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like you're able to build an audience and do your thing in front of them. And you know, while actors and celebrities still have that, they're still on this pedestal of being like celebrities. Like you build a community and be your own type of celebrity. So I'm not saying that you're aspiring to be an actor or anything like that, but that's how I see you. Like you're an actor, man, at the end of the day. In a sense.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I think, you know, being an actor, I mean, I've seen it as hard work, man. It's hard.
No, for sure.
You know, I've got a bad memory. So you can I don't know how they do it, man. Trying to memorize, like, you know, I've had a, you know, actress friend of mine and stuff. And, you know, she's been in a lot of some big, I'm not going to say her name, but she's been in some big time movies and stuff. And dude, I would see like her lines and scripts and stuff she has to memorize. I'm just like, dude, sometimes, man, I can't even remember a person's name sometimes, dude. When they, you know, oh man, I don't know how they do it, but I mean, it'd be something I think I'd be more of a
influence.
Yeah. But I've been doing, I mean, in regards to that though, I mean, TikTok works out beautifully for me from, you know, my personality, because I've been doing lip syncing since YouTube. You know, I used MySpace, stuff like that.
Right.
So my videos were always like trickster, goofy, lip syncing, goofy dances,
right?
Playing pranks on people, you know. So man, TikTok came along. I'm just like, wow, man, they just made a platform for me. They don't know. It's on.
That's exactly how I feel, man. It's funny you got the memory thing because I play basketball too. Yeah. And dude, I'll tell you right now, my confession is I never knew half of those plays. You know, I'd go out there and just like see the pattern recognition and like do it. But as far as memorizing those plays, I never knew them. So when it comes to acting, like much respect to anybody who's out there acting, because that is hard work on that level.
Yeah, it's hard work, man, trying to remember stuff. Like I blame it on the fact that I'm getting old, you know, now. 40 years old.
Are you 40?
Well, I'm 41. I'm about to be 42. So,
dude, you're taking care of yourself though, and that's what I respect about you. Like, I'm big into like, I'm not the most disciplined at this point, because of the quarantine is my excuse. But I usually play basketball like 3 times a week and hit the gym every other day. But respect people like yourself who are maintaining like a strict workout and diet regimen, because I think, you know, at this point in the game, longevity is what I'm after, you know, with all the technology advances and medicine, I feel like the human lifespan is just extended, and I want to be able to experience life as much as I can. So, like, you're taking good care of yourself, man. And I respect that.
I mean, I'm gonna confess something. Like,
I love a confession.
Like, I've always I started working out back when, or hitting the gym or whatever, back in the days of the military in '96. That was the first time I actually lifted weights, and I found that working out helps me with my stress, depression.
Big time.
Like, people who follow me, they know that I battle depression, suicide. I've attempted suicide and stuff, and it's a real serious subject. I try to make light of it because that's just my personality. But I found that working out helps me work things out in my head, and get frustrations out and stuff like that. And I always tell people, I'm like, man, look, if you're depressed, you're thinking about doing, the best thing to do, you need to get out of your house. You need to go to the gym. Boxing is a really good workout. Kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, I highly recommend jiu-jitsu. Like, jiu-jitsu saved my life. Like, it did, like I was, I'd be dead if it wasn't for jiu-jitsu. I would be, and I try to stay fit, and it's not more so to try to look good. I'm not about, like, people are like, they see the modeling pictures, they see the, the fitness videos and all that stuff. I'm a competitor. So all of that stuff, that the whole fitness thing just came about in like 2012 for fitness competitions.
Right.
It's because, I got done doing jiu-jitsu tournaments, and now it's like, what else can I do? I've done like 60 something jiu-jitsu tournaments. I'm like, I'm tired of competing in jiu-jitsu. So that's when I got into the bodybuilding stuff, and you have to look a certain way on stage. So it's not, I don't wake up and it's like, man, look at myself in the mirror. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, look at my, like, I don't care about that. It was just about trying to win, So these are the rules. This is how you got to look. This is what they look for. It's a subjective sport. So I focused on that. But I tell people, man, you want to be able to be fit, healthy long term, like you said. So you have to work out or find something that's active that'll help you, deal with whatever issues you have and stuff like that, and keep you healthy. So, man,
that's a big point. My question was, like, how did you get into martial arts? Because you said that saved your life. So how does one? Because, like, if I'm home and I'm like taking your advice, right? I'm like, you know what? I need to get out. And obviously, it's tough during these times where we're all quarantined. There's like no gyms to go to. But number one, how does one get into martial arts? That's what I'm curious about. How did you stumble across that?
Well, okay. Here's a story of how I got into martial arts, right? And then I'll backtrack then I'll explain why you get into it.
Right.
Okay, I had a situation in 2003. I was at a local bar here in my town, and it was kind of like at the time, it was kind of like if you're of a different color, race, whatever, you shouldn't be in this bar, But I have friends of all nationalities, all races, whatever, all sexual orientation, whatever you want to call it. I have a mixture of friends. Okay,
right.
So I just go wherever I want to go. I don't even think about it. I don't care. I can two-step. I can dance. I love it. I can listen to metal. I can whatever. Anyway, so I was in this bar, and I'm just chilling at the bar, sipping, Jack and Coke or whatever. And then this guy came up to me, and back then I used to wear a Texas Tech cap, and never went to the school, but I love the cap. I just always wore it.
There's something about Texas Tech. There is something about Texas Tech.
Yeah, man, they got a nice logo. But so he came up to me, approached me, and he's holding a beer bottle in his hand, and he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, okay, I'm the only, black person in this bar, right? And I look around, and I'm like, oh man, I already know where this is going. I was like, look, man, I don't want any trouble. I just came in here to just hang out. I just moved here, No, yeah, I just moved here. I liked coming there. You know, it was a decent place. You know, it's down the street from our apartment. So he just kept going off and this and that. And then two of his other buddies started coming over. And I was just like, what? What? I'm like, dude, I'm just chilling here. Look, man, and I'm not gonna lie, like back then, I wasn't a big guy, you know. I didn't get.
I was gonna ask you, like, your physique. Did you look intimidating at the time?
No, I was 182 pounds. You know, I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
Back then, I was 182. You know, and that's on a good day. And so this guy, he was pretty big, and then you know his other buddies, they were big too and stuff. So it's like, man, I was like, okay, they're probably gonna jump me, man. I'm about to probably, you know, I've been jumped before, so I was just like, oh man, it's about to go down. So I always carry a pocket knife, you know. So for those who trying to start some, yeah. So I always carry a pocket knife, right? Anyway, so I was like, okay, it's about to go down. But luckily, you know, the DJ came down, he told security, called security and everything like that. And they came and, you know, escorted the guys out, and they ended up fighting and stuff. And you know, with the guys and stuff, just to get them out there. And they were like, man, we hate racism, all this stuff. Anyway, that was an eye opener for me. And I talked to a buddy of mine who does martial arts. He does Muay Thai. He did Muay Thai. And he was telling me that, you know, because I wanted to learn how to defend myself, man. I never wanted to feel like that again. You know, right. I had a lot of fights growing up and stuff, but, you know, as an adult, you know, I'm 20 at the time. I think I was 24 something, 25. I felt fearful, man. I was just like, man, these dudes probably could have done something to me, man. Like, boom, you know, like what? So he told me about Muay Thai and stuff. And so I looked for a Muay Thai school here in Humble. And that's when I ended up finding the school that taught Muay Thai. So I went in there trying to learn, you know, kickboxing, because that's what it is, with elbows and knees and stuff.
Yeah.
But they also taught Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And that's when I got introduced to it. And Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is kind of like submission wrestling. So anyway, so that was the second class. So I decided to try it. I was just like, man, this looks dangerous, man. I could probably hurt my knees, man. These, you know, choke me out, you know, break my neck, break my leg. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is, man. I was like, man, I'm going to do this. I don't care, man. This little kid doing it. Man, I could do that. But it was this little kid, right? He's the first guy I trained with, and I got to roll with him. He was 125 pounds, 5'6", whatever, like little guy. And he was he was a purple belt. His name is Robert Solis. He was a purple belt. So we're rolling and stuff. And I used to be able to bench press like 325 at 182 pounds. I used to like, strong, you know.
Yep.
I always thought I was tough. Well, 2 minutes. I get this guy, man. He's like spins to my back, gets me down. Boom. I somehow get him off my back. He mounts me, pins me down. He's on top of me. And then he goes what they call a clock or a clock choke. And just goes in and boom, chokes me out. Wow. They had to lift my leg, my feet up in the air. Damn. I was out. I woke up. I was just like, did I win? Did I win? Everyone's like looking at me like, nah, man, you got
dropped. You got dropped. That's crazy. So like with martial arts and like, you know, I'm really fascinated with Aikido. I've never done it, but I want to get into it. And I think it's just I have to convince myself to get started with it. But when it comes to things like that, even boxing, even any kind of fighting, like size doesn't matter, right? It's all about like mind and technique, huh?
Yeah, it's all mental, man, and technique, stuff like that, and then training. You got to get into it, man. I believe that, you know, for me, it was a calling because, you know, I used to go to church. I grew up, you know, my family's real spiritual, real religious and stuff like that. So I got extremely exposed to church and stuff and religion, but it was extremely shoved down my throat.
Right.
It left a bad taste in my mouth when I joined the military, and I just stopped going. But, you know, at the time, you know, I was battling, you know, like depression all the time, anxiety. You know, I'm an introvert. You know, I'm very shy. You know, it doesn't look like it, but you know, I'm a shy guy. But when I found jiu-jitsu and martial arts, MMA, I started getting into that. That's when I started competing. It started exposing me to people, being able to talk to people, and then I was able to release, a lot of things, a lot of frustration that was inside of me, and so I slowly stopped drinking. I was an alcoholic, I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I slowly stopped drinking to where now I probably drink once every 6 months, a year, or whatever, 1 or 2 drinks. And so it changed. I mean, it just helped me. Now I have a good group of friends. They're like a family to me. And I train 3 to 4 times a week. So I tell people, if you're looking to get into any kind of martial arts, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, wrestling, you can do a keto if you want to get your ass whooped. The keto's good. Any form of martial arts where you're getting outside your house, you're learning a technique, something. I mean, any form will help, defend you and stuff like that.
So for someone who doesn't have access to, immediately get out of their house, and I know you're not an advisor, so I'm not going to put you on the spot like that. But just what's your opinion about anybody who can't get out of the house and like access like a gym, a martial arts gym, or a place to start, learning those kind of activities? What would you recommend to somebody to get out and like get out of their head?
To force yourself to get out of the house?
Yeah, like what would you recommend they do in a sense of working out?
Okay, well, I mean, right now, you can step outside your house. Let's face it. I mean, they don't want big groups and stuff like that, but you can step outside your house. If you have an apartment, you can step outside open your door, step out, right? You can work out right there in front of your house. I mean, if you have a house, you have a backyard, right? You can open up your garage, get some sunshine in,
Yeah.
But as far as that, I mean, you just got to want to do it, Like you can't, like I could sit here and tell you need to do this, but unless you have the desire to want to do it, you're not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But if you have access and stuff to a gym, or once this whole thing dissipates and stuff, once we're done with all of this stuff, I mean, just Google local area martial arts. Something will pop up, and then first step, make that phone call. How much? No. Just go in. When can I come in to try out a class? I really want to try out a class. Don't ask for how much, because they're gonna make you come in. Like we don't sit there and tell you the prices over the phone. We're like, well, why don't you come in and try out a class and stuff and see if you like it. That's how you tell someone the price, man. They're like, well, that's too much. But people are gonna spend money on what they want, what they
want. Yep, exactly. I think if that's cool, man. Well, you were really pushing me to like after this is all said and done to like look into it. I've been thinking about like yoga and a lot of Aikido and martial arts like that, because I know it's anything that I can do to like strengthen my mind is what I want to get into. And I just know those are activities that do that. So
Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I'm telling you, you'll love it, dude.
All right, I'll check it out.
Brazilian, I'm telling you, it's worth it, man. You will love it. You'll be like, man, I know, you work with your hands and stuff like that. You work in a salon, right?
Yeah, I'm not licensed. I just on the business side of things. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're worried about your hands hurt, stuff like that, because there's guys that I know. This guy, he trains with us and stuff. Plastic surgeon. His hands probably worth $100,000 each,
right?
And he's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He doesn't roll. He'll roll with just higher ups like me, Roy, black belts and stuff like that. He doesn't roll with people who are spastics and stuff like that. So, but he trains, and his hands, his little finger, it's probably like 10 G's each finger, man. Like, so he trains and he could do it. And we got, I train with a lot of police officers. I used to hate cops, man. I used to hate them, hate you. But then, when you train with them consistently, and you hear the stories of what they have to deal with,
gives you perspective.
Oh man, I'd be like, man, hold on, dude. I told you to get your hands up, and you try to put your hands in your pocket. Oh man, But try it, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You'll love it. I promise you, man.
I'm definitely gonna check it out, and I'll let you know when I make that phone call.
All right. Don't lie to me, man. Try it.
No, I'll let you know. All right. So look, talk to me about your brand. Someone asked in here, I think that was Monica earlier, said, have you ever had to change your name? And if so, how did it affect the brand? So for people who are tuning in, I know some people have been popping in and out. We're talking to Hugo, aka the Black Spider-Man. You said you've had it since
1996.
1996. What does the Black Spider-Man represent to you? And have you ever had to change your name? And if so, how has it affected your brand?
All right. First of all, I want to set the record straight. I'm the original Black Spider-Man. Black Spider. I get a lot of over the years, MySpace, even like Instagram now is like the biggest culprit. You're not the Black Spider-Man. Miles Morales is the Black Spider-Man. Look, the nickname came about in 1996, right? I got a tattoo in 1996. I made a MySpace account in 2001, January of 2001. The Black Spider-Man. Tattoo says Black Spider-Man. Then I have another one that says The Black Spider-Man on my rib. All right. So 2001, I made up the account. And I got it trademarked, The Black Spider-Man, in 2003 and Black Spider-Man in 2003. So I had the trademark up until 2015, and I didn't even know I had it. I totally forgot I even had a trademark. So anyway, when I first put that username out there, everything that I would post, the Black Spider, I did blogs. I'd have blogs, The Black Spider-Man. You could Google it. There was nothing out there that said Black Spider-Man, the Black Superman, the Black Hulk. There was nothing. The Brown Spider. There was nothing out there like that at all. And 1996, I mean, the base where I was at, this town where I was at, that was my alias. Everyone knew me. When I would introduce myself, I wouldn't say Hugo. I'd say, yeah, it's Black Spider. Because it was just funny to me, just to get people to just say it,
Right.
So anyway, I really put it out there. Twitter, the Black Spider, when Twitter came out, that was a username. Everything like that. So then later on, and the reason why I got the idea for it, my best friend gave me the nickname, and it was because back in 1986, Spider-Man came out with a black suit.
Yep.
Yeah, it was called Spider-Man's new suit, new whatever, symbiote suit, whatever. And so originally I was going to get a regular Spider-Man tattoo, right? But then I remembered, like, my best friend, Christian, he was telling me about that comic book, and it reminded me of it. So I went and, I reread it and stuff like that. And I remembered that Peter Parker, he got engulfed with the symbiote, right? And that made him all twisted. He was doing bad things. But deep down inside, he was still Peter Parker. He was a good guy. But the symbiote was blocking his brain and making him do, hurting villains. Anyway, basically, he was doing bad things, but he was still a good guy underneath.
Right.
To me, it symbolized my personality because at the time, I was getting into a lot of trouble. It happens. I'm young. I was young. Doing a lot of bad things, but deep down inside, I was a good guy. I'm the kind of person, I help people. You respect me, I respect you. I'll fight for the little person. I don't like users. I don't like people who try to use other people for whatever. But if you come to me and you genuinely want help, I will help you. I'm not a sucker. I will, I try to be as good as possible, but I'm no saint. I'm human, bad things. I've done bad things. So that's what I thought it blended together with my personality. So that's why I got the tattoo. And that's when, my teammates on the basketball squad, they started calling me that because they saw the tattoo, and just that's where it went. And then I made up the MySpace account, the Black Spider-Man, and I started putting it out there. And then 2008, they had a Miles Morales or whatever, he came out or whatever in the comic book, and
right.
Seeing images of Black Spider-Man everywhere. People started using the username, the Black Spider-Man, Black Hulk. I was just like, because I was flooding it everywhere. And then in 2007, something. I don't know. This rapper Logic came out with a song.
Oh, yeah, I know Logic. Yeah.
But just setting the record straight. Go back past 96. There was never anything. The internet, anyone calling themselves a Black Spider-Man. So, and I had a trademark. So you be the judge. So me changing my name, changing it. How am I going to change this? The tattoo's right there. Unless you're going to rip my skin off, it's not going to happen. And so
the facts in here is what you go, aka the Black Spider-Man, stating is that he is the original. So get the facts straight. Yo, quick question for you, because this is quick rapid fire question, because I want to keep the show tight. It's 10:59. If you were on the Ellen show and she gave you the mic and she was like, hey, and she doesn't use a mic, but she was like, hey, share your message to the world, what would your message be? What would the one message be that you want to share with the world?
One love, man. We all bleed one color, Stop with the hate, man. Everybody wants to be like, oh man, I'm pro-black and this, I'm pro-white, I'm pro this, I'm pro-gay, and I'm all, what I'm saying? Like we all try to individualize ourselves and stuff like that. And we're all one, man. And I hate the fact that you can meet someone and just hate them because of the color of their skin, because of their sexual orientation. Like I'm a heterosexual male. I love women. It is what it is. But I have friends who are gay, and I hate that shit when people, hate them because of their life or who they are.
Yeah.
You could be obese, big bone. People are judging you based on that. You could be like me. I'm a fitness model, fitness competitor, and stuff like that. So I get judged because of the way I look. And at the end of the day, we all bleed the same color. Stop with the hate. That's my one message to everybody. And that's what, I'll shout it from the sky, from the rooftop, man. One love, man. Positive vibes, man. Stop with hate.
That's exactly why I wanted you on the show, man, because I know you're spewing that message out on all your platforms, and obviously it's resonating with the audience that you've built. So I respect that. Where can people find you? Where can people find you if they want to follow up more on your content? Because you're doing, you guys, when I bring people on my show, like I'm bringing them on for a reason. They've inspired me in some way. So when I tell you guys to go check them out, he's producing some really good content on TikTok, and he has a really good Instagram account. So where can people find you? You go.
Just Google the Black Spider-Man. You can look me up. Linktree, the Black Spider-Man. It has all my websites, all my links. Instagram, the Black Spider-Man. Facebook, the Black Spider-Man. YouTube, the Black Spider-Man. Twitter, the Black Spiderm. Twitter needs to update their stuff. Like I can't add AN. Like it only goes as far as all the way.
Right. Because the characters allows.
Yeah. So you need to change that, Twitter. I'm sick of that. It's been how many years now? Come on. I got a Pinterest, the Black Spider-Man. So I mean, you search me. I used to have a Google Plus till Google Plus went under. So I mean, I've got a blog site, blogger, the Black. I mean, whatever you name it, man. That's right.
Yo, that reminded me. Please, like, let everybody know what you're up to, because you have more than we've been talking about your social accounts. You're doing way more than that, man. Like you have some fitness programs or products that you're instructing.
Yeah, like if you guys want, if you need a diet, fitness workout, stuff like that, just click my link on. You can go to Instagram, you can go to Facebook. I have a link tree. Just go on there. I have a 6-week shred program, diets. I have a Amazon shop. I have some shirts, Teesprings. I have a shirt that says, ghost, man. All right. I got a shirt that says stay focused, because you should always stay focused, even though this stuff keeps going out of focus, man. So yeah, I mean, just find me, come look me up, come watch my video, smile, have fun.
That's what's up, man. And now for my own education, you said that when you were doing blogs, your first few blogs, when you amassed 80,000 views, what was that blog about that you did not expect to get that many views on?
Oh, it was the one that got me kicked out of MySpace.
No, you already told me that one about you talking about. It was a video about you slapping, but you said originally when you started, when it hit you, that dang, it's real to build an audience on the internet. You said you went on a blog post and you got like 80,000 to 100,000 views on something.
Oh, well, back in the day, like MySpace had blogs, like you could just write stuff. So I wrote this. It was just look. I'm gonna tell people, look, I was 23, whatever. I'm not gonna apologize for it because this is what I wrote. Okay,
you were journaling back then, and you that's kind of your thoughts. So yeah, no judging out here.
Yeah. So my blog was called Drunk Blog, and I always did like a weekly drunk blog because I got drunk every week. So every time I would drink, I would get lit, right? So we went, me and my boy at the time, I'm not gonna say his name. He's married and got kids and everything right now, but we went clubbing. We would go clubbing and stuff. Anyway, met these two girls at the end of the club, and we all went to IHOP, right? And you got to understand, back then I was extremely poor, broke, and cheap. So I paid for my food. I just met you at the end of the night, right? I invited you, like, hey, you want to go to IHOP with us? Because I was trying to get in, how. And so we went to IHOP. I bought my food. She ordered hers. The check came. She was expecting me, I guess, to pay for her stuff. And I didn't do that back then. So I was just like, huh? I just met you. She's like, a real gentleman would pay for my food. Where do you see a real gentleman, man? Like, I just met you in a club. Like, what? We're both lit up. I'm like, what do you do? She was a nurse. She was making more money than me.
Right.
Like, I'm like struggling to pay bills. I'm like, you could pay your $99 or whatever, $10.99 for your little pancakes. I barely had enough to cover my meal. You think I'm gonna pay for you too? That's what I told her, and I wrote that.
So you were basically like using these forums just to share your thoughts, and that's when because you said that you realize like, man, like it resonates when you're being yourself and you're just like sharing whatever's like on your mind. Like people resonate with that, and that's how you start to realize like, man, like you can connect with people using the internet.
Yeah, I posted that as soon as I got home because she was like, well, I'm not going to go home with you and stuff like that. I'm like, that's cool, man. I'm tired anyway. Me and my boy are going to go home, fucking drink some more, find something else to do, man. But I went home and I just got on MySpace and I just started typing. Back then you had to do everything on the computer, desktop. So I got home. I was like,
yeah. Apps back then.
Dude, 10 minutes, man. 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, I was getting like 20. I got like 20-something thousand views.
That's crazy.
Just next day, man, it was just insane, man. People would just laugh and thought it was fun.
All right, next question. Basketball. What high school, college? What was your basketball?
No, I played in the Navy. I played for the base squad and the hospital team.
Which, by the way, thank you for your service, man. Like I wanted to mention that earlier when you said that. My brother-in-law, he's a Marine, and I think you're Marine Corps, right?
Yeah, I was in the Navy. I was a corpsman. So I trained with my job was the equivalency of like a medic, like a paramedic, a nurse. So we had to train with Marines and stuff like that. Marines, hoorah! So you played
in the Navy basketball.
Yeah, point.
You played point.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
You gotta remember at the time, like, I was 6'2", maybe 6'2.5" or something like that, but I was 82 pounds. I was real lean, but I could jump, shoot with my left, shoot with my right. I was real quick, real agile, and I could jump. But I had more of a, like, what was his name? He used to play for the Rockets, Rose. What was his name? Kind of like Rose, man. Derrick Rose. I had like his kind of game.
Used to play for the Rockets. Steve Francis?
Yeah, Steve Francis. Like you can come down, dunk.
Right. Yep.
Stuff like that. Real powerful type point guard and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So that was more of my game. Like I wasn't an outside shooter.
Oh, Westbrook. You're talking about Westbrook now.
No, I'm well, back in the day, you know, you
Okay,
got
gotcha.
back in the 90s, late 90s, like 96, 7. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm old school, man. Like, I don't even watch basketball anymore.
Yo, speaking of my brother-in-law, he's right here watching the episode. Harry, what's up?
What up?
That's what's up, man. Look, I always have my guests ask a question of the day. So you can be selfish by, you know, trying to get yourself educated on some things that's happening out in the world, or you could just ask it for the entertainment for the audience. Go whatever direction you want to go, but the question of the day is on you, my man.
Question of the day. Okay. Well, man, I don't know if I should ask this question, man.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
All right. Let's go with this. We'll keep it short. All right. So, no, I can't ask that. Oh, okay. Hold on, give me a minute.
By the way, Facebook and YouTube, thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I'm never gonna get tired of thanking you guys so much for viewing this. Thank you, Hugo, for being on the show today. I appreciate having you. I appreciate your stories, man. I appreciate what you're doing out in the world and what you represent.
Okay, let's go with this question. What should Joe's next TikTok video be about? Yeah.
That is the question of the day. What should my next TikTok video be about? Put me on the spot. Well, I appreciate it, bro. We're in touch now, so
all right.
definitely want to stay close and keep up with what you have going on. And like I said, I'll give you a call to let you know if I start this Brazilian. I can't make it.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu. And yeah, let's stay close, man. I appreciate the time you've given me for the show.
Hey, I'm gonna message you my number, man. So we'll stay tight. You got any questions or anything, you can just hit me up. Phone, text.
Sounds good. Sounds good, my man. And for everybody who's watching, please answer the question of the day, and please go show this young man some love. Where's his banner? Boom.
Thank you
right there.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, man.
Yeah. I
don't know if you record this, man. I could post it on my page, or you could just tag me and it'll show up on my page and stuff.
Yeah, so I'll do both. This is recording right now, so I'll send you this link when it's downloaded, and then I could tag you when I share it on my page, and then we'll go from there.
All right, that's cool.
Cool. All right, y'all. Facebook, YouTube. You have an amazing weekend. Tomorrow, I have a guest. We're going to be talking some yoga, so please tune into that. I found her on TikTok as well, so I'm looking forward to that combo. Everybody, all my guests have been primarily from TikTok, but I'm doing a new thing. You weren't here for it, so basically, I go live before this show, and I average like 25 to 30 people in my lives, and what I started doing is inviting people. Like the first 5 minutes, I'll hop on, I'll pull people going from TikTok and just show them some love. So we did that today for the first time, and it was a good time. So tomorrow, if you guys want to get in on that, tune in around like 9:55 to 10 o'clock. I know I was late today, but it's just a big love fest before the show.
I'm not wearing a watch, but yeah, you were late.
All right, y'all. Much love, and we will see you tomorrow. Hopping off.
Peace out, dude.